This is going well.
I know. Good evening, everyone.
It's Wednesday, 8 p.m.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Debs.
Welcome to the decode of Codes of the Unknown.
Don't be afraid.
Ooh. Ooh. Keep it. That was me a second ago when your picture come up. Sorry, I just laughed.
How many did you manage to put in there?
Three. Only 0.2 seconds each one. So don't worry.
All right.
Evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Wednesday. It's laid back Wednesday.
Yeah. I'm going to go to sleep in a minute, so I'll leave Andy to it.
Yeah, but we're staying on till 10:22 because then it'll be 2, 22, 2, 22, 22, 22, and 22 seconds.
Right, okay.
So, what do you reckon?
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I think I'll be here on my own, won't I?
Yeah, you will, yeah.
On my own.
Oh, you'll just see the underneath of my chin as I've like flopped back and gone to sleep.
No particular subject other than what's gone on the last month, what we've got coming up.
Yep.
We have got a few updates, so it's all good.
Yep.
Couple of confirmations of guests that are coming on, and also we was due to go out and do some live stream investigating, but that might get put on hold for a bit because I've got to go and have an operation, and I'm not able to do anything for 6 weeks. So I'll find out.
Can I just tell you, he's having implants put in his butt.
Again, I'm having them removed.
Having them replaced.
I'm having them replaced with a marshmallow. No, I've got 2 hernias, so I'm going having them removed. So it's keel surgery. So I'll find out next week or the week after when I've got to go in. So yeah, that's it.
Anyway, did you have to have a keel fitted first then?
I think it's I'm not sure if it's Yale or Lock and Martin.
Well, you'll find out when you get there.
Yeah. It might just be a number combination, I don't know.
It could be, yeah. A keypad.
All those what you have on bikes.
Oh yeah, the U-bend thing. U-bend?
You what? U-bend? What's that bike you ride?
Well, at the moment, one that's in bits.
Oh.
Anyway, so, Jo says she thought it was a brain transplant.
Well, you need to have one first before you can transplant it.
Yeah, there is that.
Get that in before you do.
To be fair.
Boom. Right, so I have got. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Steve Crooks has just asked, "Is there a meetup?" Richard. I don't even know why I got Steve because it says Stuart above it. Sorry, Richard. Is there a meetup event soon? We are hoping to do one. Nottingham area. Trying to do it as central as we can for everyone.
When it gets better weather.
Yeah, once we get, I'd say towards the end of April, beginning of May, around that time.
Yeah.
So, you're not funny, you lot. Can block you, you know. Right, so should we go with the photographs?
Yes.
Right, so for those that don't know, was it about 2 months ago?
About 6 weeks, yeah, something like that.
It's before Christmas, wasn't it? Around
Yeah,
around November. So I was driving through I was going from one end of brain fog. Where was I?
Norfolk?
Kings
Kings
Lynn.
Lynn.
So I was
Yeah.
going from one end of Kings Lynn to the other. It was about a 30-minute drive, and
Yeah.
as I'm going past a couple of pig farms, what are you laughing at?
It's alright, I've just put it in the, I've just put it on the screen and took it off again. Go on,
I
carry
didn't
on.
see it. No, tell me. I'm not telling you till you tell me. Just put it up. Uh, yeah, all right. I'll borrow yours, Joe.
Anyway, carry on. Do carry on.
She was admin. And was. So I was driving through Kings Lynn. Anyway, pick country road, quite narrow. It's like passing places and all that. Anyway, so I'm coming up to this. There's a pig farm on the right. There's a field on my left. Coming up to this woods on my left hand side. A bit of a bend. As I got to the bend, as I got to the woods, I seen something stood in front of one of the trees. Now I couldn't. All I could tell was an upright creature. It wasn't a person. It looked
No.
like a dog. After I spoke to you and someone else who shall not be named,
Yeah.
went on the internet, had a look, and found the nearest thing that I could see it being, which was Anubis. Now, a few people said to me, "Why didn't I get out and take a photograph?" But I was middle of nowhere on my own. There's no other traffic about. I wasn't getting out the van and having a look because I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But as I'm watching it, I made direct eye contact with it, and I just got a thought in my head. Oh, he's seen me. So what I was looking at, I could feel its
Mind
thought.
speak.
Yeah, I could mind speak. It
Yeah.
knew I'd seen it, and then it just vanished. So like
Yeah.
it's there and it's gone. It didn't fade out, didn't fizzle out. So anyway, last week I passed it, but I was coming back the other way. So no traffic about again. As soon as I pulled up, and then there's a tractor and a car and all that coming, I thought, oh, they can wait. Anyway, so I parked up, but I was facing the other way. I wasn't getting out the van because I was literally 4 steps and I was in the woods. That's how
Yeah.
close it was on the road. So I leant out the window, took some photos, like backwards, if you know what I mean,
Yeah.
using the mirror to position it. So they're not the greatest pictures, but I've uploaded them on here. I'm going to show you. So when I said I could only see it from top of its head down to its midriff, I'd say
Yeah.
bottom of its rib cage, because it looked like there was something in front of it, some brush or what have you.
Yeah.
There isn't. It's just flat ground. So whether there was some there before and they've moved it, or there was something in front of it, or it hadn't fully
Fully
materialised,
formed. Yeah.
hadn't fully formed, because I couldn't see it. So pretty much, if I move up now, from there up,
Yeah.
so I didn't see any legs, tail, nothing like that, nothing at all. So I'm gonna get the pictures. So I'll go through them all. Can't really see that one. Right, because the upload, like I said, I just took random photos because I
Yeah.
couldn't see where I was looking. So where's the one without? Right. So this one. So as I'm driving, that's what I seen. But that was to. So if you're looking at a clock, that was to
Yeah.
my, I'd say 5 to 11 ish.
Right.
So I thought, so where you can see all the dead twigs and leaves and everything at the bottom,
Yeah.
yeah, it looked thicker than that at the time. But I think what had happened when you're trying to remember something and think back, yeah,
Yeah.
you don't always get it right
Yeah.
because I wasn't concentrating on what was around it. I was just looking at my head. The reason that I thought it might have a tail is because it had what looked like a Doberman's head. Had the ears at the top of its head. It was like black and really dark tan colour, and it showed you could see all the muscles in the top of its body,
Yeah.
clavicles, biceps, and all that right across the shoulders. And then it just stopped. So because it looked like a dog, I'm guessing, um, it may have had a tail. I'm not saying it did
Right.
have a tail, but I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
So then the next picture, it's got 2 circles drawn around it. So
Hula
I
hoops.
these are hula hoops because I did them in blue.
Did you?
Yeah. So
Right.
when I was looking at the pictures and trying to work out where it was, I was thinking, so the bigger blue circle on the right-hand side, there's you see the tree right at the front, there's one just behind it. Don't know if you can make it out.
Yeah.
That's where I thought it was. But looking at it more closely, because there wasn't I remember there weren't a lot of ivy on the tree.
Yeah.
So I'm 99.9% certain the hula hoop on the left, that's where it was stood. So where you got the tree with the branch coming out and going up, it was stood there, and it was
Right.
the height. So where that branch meets the tree, that's how tall it was.
Right.
Because like when I took the photo and I was looking out, I did an eye level measurement.
Yeah.
So, but I could only see it from the top of the hula hoop to about halfway down.
Right.
The bottom part of I didn't see anything there. Well, if it might not have fully formed.
Yeah.
Um,
You see, I'm looking at that bigger hula hoop now, and in the bottom top of the bottom third, I can say it's probably pareidolia, but I can see something there.
can you?
Yeah.
That,
It's like a little face.
see, I've been studying these for ages, but I can't see anything. I've seen them writing on it. That's why, obviously, I took them on my phone, uploaded them straight onto the computer, and
Yeah.
like did like inch by inch looking at each photograph.
Yeah.
And the thing is, at the back, so these like a triangle woods. So as you're looking at the woods there, if you drive up to the woods that are on your left, this is the first point of a triangle. So say an isosceles,
Right.
if you're gonna get all technical. So that's the main point.
Yeah.
Then you got the 2 long ones and it meet and it cuts across, and then there's another field. At the back of this, yeah, and
Mhm.
before it is another pig farm on the same as the one on the opposite side of the road. I'm guessing it's on the same farm or something.
Yeah.
That's irrelevant anyway. But this woods is only say about 300 meters long.
Right.
But as I'm driving up, like I said 99.9%. It's the one on the left hand side because that's the only tree that's bare. Now
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have got all the ivy growing that tree in 2.5 months,
No.
especially in winter.
No.
In summer, yeah, but not definitely not in winter. So
Alison's saying with are the ancient woods.
it's just pig farms everywhere, and then there's a few little woods scattered about, and then you've got a few villages here and there.
Warren says, "Do you
It,
know the name of the woods?" But I wouldn't have thought it were big enough to have a name if it's
it's no, it's literally when you
like a
imagine
patch
you
of
walk through a
trees.
field and you come up to some woods
Yeah.
and you cut through them. It's one of them.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
no signs. There's no signs. There's no private property keep out or anything like that. It's literally where I pulled up there is I won't say it's a lay-by, but it's a bit where the tractors drive into the field.
Yeah.
So I'm leaning backwards out. If I was to take a photo, like directly out on my window, you'd see
Yeah.
the edge of the forest, the edge of the woods, and then the farmer's field at the left.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think Alison can see what I can see as well. It's a proper like grey, dark grey looking thing,
I
whatever it is.
cannot see anything. Bear with me a second, guys. I'm gonna have a look on my phone because I've still got them on here. So
That's the point, yeah.
what?
I film UFOs as I sometimes wonder if these things come from inside the trees. Oh, Nuki,
Okay.
Nuki. Nuki Brown saying, hasn't there
Oh,
been pigman sightings in the UK? Yeah, but that's down at Cannock Chase.
that was only one though. Right. I've just zoomed in on this,
Mhm.
and it looks like a face. Right. I'm gonna hold this up to the camera.
Right.
It's
Hang
before,
on
I
a minute then.
don't know if you're gonna see it.
You need to take the picture off. Hang on.
Oh yeah, I'll click
Yeah.
it now. Oh, you've done it. Right. So right in the middle, it look to me it looks like a dinosaur face. So it could be pareidolia. I don't know. I'll try
Yeah.
and point. So it's there. So the dark bit in the middle, just
Yeah.
above it. Right, let me.
Yeah, you can't. Oh.
Can
Oh,
you
yeah.
see it?
Yeah, it's got a
It
bit
looks like
blurry now.
yeah. It looks like the head of a stegosaurus or something.
Yeah.
Can you see it? It's got like the mane on top of its head.
Yeah. There's something definitely weird about that. Considering it's darker than all the rest of the doesn't look like a tree stump. I don't know. Like I
That
say, it
just
could be
looks like a
pareidolia.
bush. But I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at where the thing that I seen last time, which tree it was stood in front of, so I could get better description, better knowledge of what's there and
Yeah,
how
yeah,
it was compared to everything else around it. But like I said, the tree was very dry. So what was stood was it looked like is like high definition
yeah.
compared to everything else. So
Mm, mm. Very
no, yeah,
strange.
that's the first time I've been past it since. So no idea. Like I
That
said,
was that was one sighting.
yes. Oh yeah, nearly forgot about that.
Yeah, did you
But
see?
yeah, but the thing with that one, that was weird because I was on the internet about 2 days trying to find something, and the only thing I could come up with was Anubis.
Yeah,
It was like a dolmen. The ears were on top, not at the side.
yeah,
Ignore
yeah,
these really bad efforts, but there's like right on top of the head.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like that.
can't do the YMCA.
Yeah,
Because there's a lot of descriptions there at the side, but really, and it was just staring. It's like, and the color of its eyes were not. They weren't red. It was like greeny molten orange,
yeah.
and it's just as soon as I was staring at it, that's when it seen me. So anyway, that's where it was.
Mm, very
It was
strange.
one of them two circles. I'm thinking the one on the left, but I'm not 100% sure. So it could have been.
Yeah, Nuki, the pigman
Yeah,
sightings were down in Cannock Chase.
yeah.
Mm. I
So
don't think they've been reported anywhere else. I'm not really sure. But I definitely know that a man with a pig's head. I don't know if he didn't. I'm sure somebody reported that he chased somebody, but I can't. That's not. Don't take that for gospel because I can't. I don't know. I can't remember. It's a while since I read the book that it was in.
now that was in the 70s. The Pigman at Cannock Chase.
No, it was later than that.
No, 70s. I did
I
a
thought.
podcast on it.
All right. I thought it was 80s.
He was seen around the 70s. It may have been late 70s, but there's
Mm.
only a couple of sightings and nothing ever seen. They think it was a deformed child or something, and that's why they
Right.
went living out in like in the chase,
Right. Yeah.
so there's away from everything. I'll see if I can find it because I've got it printed off somewhere.
Yeah. Might be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm just reading the
yeah, sorry.
comments.
I was just checking
No,
some of the.
Joe's put a. It hasn't popped up on my screen yet, but I can do it off my phone.
Right, one sec. Sorry.
No,
I was
there it
just.
is. Since the 1940s, the pigman, half swine, has allegedly been spotted trotting through the Staffordshire beauty spot, a haven for paranormal activity. His haunting squeals echo across the heather at dusk.
And Dogman.
Yeah, and Dogman. And anything else you might.
Yeah,
Black-eyed kids,
yeah.
floating women with
That,
90s and a
yeah,
witch.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of witch sightings around there, like
It'd be interesting to know. We'd have to ask Mick,
flying,
I suppose.
flying witch type cryptids.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to know what the ley line situation is down there.
Yeah, I think Cannock's the skinwalker of the UK.
Yeah. There's definitely something going on.
Yeah, 100%. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on the.
You're not missing anything. Just carry on.
All right, okay, right. So my next sighting.
So the next one.
Well, this is a weird one. So this was over. It's top end of Peterborough, going in towards Suffolk. I'll do a description because it'll be easy to see it in your head. So, middle of nowhere again, coming up to cross section. Coming up to a cross section, and just before cross section, there's an house on the left hand side. Now, I was turning right at this crossing,
Yeah.
and there was a car parked up outside the house. So I slowed down because it's only like from where the car was to the junction's only about 10 meters. So I thought if I go around and someone comes round, I'm gonna have to slam on, either reverse back or try and get over because they're
Yeah.
not going to see me because it's like proper, all big trees and bushes and that. So it's a
Yeah.
solid 90-degree turn. So anyway, slow down a little bit, driving up, and this what looked like a cat come out of this garden. I've passed this house loads of times because if I'd have gone straight over the first house on the right hand side, I used to deliver to this house.
Yeah.
So I've been going around that area for the last 2.5 years. Anyway, and this cat, or what looked like a cat, walked out into the road, looked right at me. There's no other cars coming either. There's like this
Luckily.
little blue, it's like a blue. I don't know what car it was, about the size of a Punto or a Fiesta or something.
Yeah.
Not a big car. But I'm watching this cat because it just walks out, looks at me, and then it just goes straight back into the garden. So as I got level with it, where it come out, there's like a gate and that. These bushes, but you could see straight through in the garden. You could see through the window and into the house.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I got like nothing, no cat to be seen. Normally, if a cat comes out onto the road, it'll go back in and sit there and look at the traffic.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
They don't normally go running off. Anyway, nothing there. Passed it a few times since. I passed it. Was it last week when I told you? I was coming the other way.
Yeah.
So I was coming back on a slow right down. I was like, without parking up and going walking in their garden, I was like virtually hanging out the window. It was like
Yeah.
no cat anyway. And like I said, I've never seen it before. But this is a weird thing with the cat. It was it was a cat, but it wasn't a cat. What was it?
It wasn't a cat. Who
It
knows what
was.
it was?
So it had. This so hard to explain. So it's like a cat, but like it had been scaled up.
Right. Yeah.
So you get your normal sized cat, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine scaling that up, say 3 times the size in height and width.
Yes.
Now it was this colour grey, saying not the buttons, but the colour of the keyboard.
Yeah.
You're not even looking, Deborah.
I am
What you saying
sorry.
yes for?
I'm
So
looking now. I
like
can see it.
charcoaly gunmetal
Charcoal
grey
grey.
colour, had no fur on it, and its head was, I'd say, twice the size. Even though its body was bigger in proportion, its head was
Yeah.
twice the size of what it should have been. And it's quite
Mm,
wide. Like I was saying to you before, it was like, I'd say, Springer Spaniel size. No bigger than that. But the way it moved too quick to be
right.
a cat or a dog.
When we were talking about it earlier, I don't know why. I was going to ask you if it was more hyena type shape looking. I don't know why that came into my head, but I forgot to ask you.
No, yeah, Joe's put hairless dog,
Yeah.
but it wasn't a dog. It didn't have a dog's. It wasn't. It was a flat face. It didn't have a snout coming out. That's why I thought it's a cat because I've got cat. I used to breed cats, bred cats
Yeah.
for 4 years. So it was a round face. Um, uh,
Hi,
yeah,
Shane.
but it was the colour of it that threw me and the size of it.
Yeah.
But like I said, it just walked out, looked straight at me. He was on my left hand side, as I said, looked straight at me, waited till I was about, I'd say, 15 foot away, then just spun and flew straight back into the garden. Do you know, like when you see these gnomes and all that on these videos
Yeah.
and it looks fake and it just gone?
Yeah.
It moved like that. But when it come out, it walked slow. But I think once it clocked me, it was off again.
Yeah.
So, like I
That's
said,
just
so,
odd.
yeah, it weren't a fox. It definitely didn't have a dog's face.
No.
and it was, like I said, it was like gunmetal grey colour, no fur, had a tail, 4 legs, a larger than normal head. Didn't see what colour its eyes were, so I'm
Did it
guessing
have
they were.
ears? Do you remember if it had ears?
Yeah, yeah, is the same. Like that, like the cat out of Bad Alice, the
Yeah.
Cheshire Cat.
Yeah.
Have we got it on here?
Yeah, because I had it as my
Yeah.
avatar, didn't
Have
I?
you still got it?
I don't know, actually. I'll have a look on
If you've got
picture.
it, can you put it up?
I'm sure it was on there. Mind you, we've taken a lot of stuff off, haven't we? So,
Yeah, normally take it off each week.
no. Just bear with me.
Yeah, sorry.
I shall still talk while I'm investigating.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so if anyone has any ideas as to what it might be, please let me know. Like I
Yeah.
said, I've been going past that place for years and never seen anything like it, and probably been past it 3 or 4 times since.
Yeah.
But there's only that the other day where I was able to slow right down, other than parking up and getting out, having a look.
Yeah.
But the car wasn't there, and it. Like I said, once you pass that house, it's fields, fields and fields and fields. Get a lot of deer in that area as well, and
Right.
pheasants. But it's just, I don't know, weird looking creature.
Yeah, just it's odd. I don't.
It's like it was a cat, but wasn't a cat,
Yeah.
and that's the only way I can describe it. So, anyone else had any experiences like that, where it's looked like something and you've realised it isn't?
All right, I've got it right. Hang on. Let me see if I can upload it. Put it in there. I've got lots of pictures of Earl Grey in my thing. I need to get rid of them as well. Right. So I'm adding it to where we are. Add overlay.
You got it?
I've got it. Open. Sesame. Right.
Hey, yeah,
There.
that's what it looked like. Obviously,
Did it
without
have
the
an
earring.
earring in?
Didn't have the earring. I did say it might have been on the other side, but
Possibly.
that's it was darker grey than that. Obviously,
Yeah.
but the way its head is massive compared to its neck and its body
Yeah.
is like that. The ears were quite big as well,
Right.
but
But
that might be because it had
within
no fur.
proportion to the head.
In proportion to the head,
Right. So
but the
big ears,
head,
big head.
like I said, it had a big body, but its body was out of proportion to its head was out of proportion to its body.
Right. Hmm.
So,
Yeah. So if anybody's seen anything like that at all, just
yeah.
let us know.
Anywhere in the Suffolk, Norfolk, Peterborough area, or anywhere.
Right. We've got a question from Richard. What's your guys' thoughts on the missing 411?
Right. Oh, this is another one of my things that change every week.
Yeah.
Changes each time we have a guest on.
I know. Oh, hello,
Um,
Lottie. Lottie's in. Sorry.
yep.
Um,
You go first.
I don't know from the people that have been taken in the same sort of circumstances that have come back. They've had all sorts of like reports of them being carried off by something big, but they couldn't see what it was, or they did see what it was, but it didn't look quite right. It was the one about a kid who'd been taken to a cave by. He said there were teddy bears or something, and then one of
Um,
them looked like his grandma when they were in this cave and they were feeding him berries and things, and she looked like she looked like his grandma, but she didn't look quite right, and
vaguely.
there were all sorts of really weird.
Like
And
I've
then
watched.
there's
Oh,
the other one.
I
There's
was
the
just
other
gonna.
one with the kid who went missing. He just disappeared, and everybody was out looking for him, and he was stood by a tree, and he was shouting, and they were shouting him, but they
Yeah,
couldn't
they
see
couldn't
or hear
hear.
him.
They couldn't see him.
No, couldn't see him, couldn't hear him, and he couldn't see them. Or he could see them looking for him.
Yeah,
So what
that's
is it?
on. That's in the Missing 411 on Amazon Prime. So
Yeah,
I've watched I think there's only one that I haven't seen because there's another one about there's a young lad. He's only 3.
Yes.
He got carried off. Anyway, he was found. He was still alive, 8 miles away,
Yeah.
and all his clothes were ripped to pieces. I
Yeah.
think they found him. Was it a couple of years later?
I didn't think it was that long.
There's one that they didn't find. I think they found one like 2 days later. Technically, he should have been dead. It
Yeah.
might have been. No, it was a couple of hours. Sorry, I'm getting the two mixed up. And where he was, so where he was found to where him and his family was, yeah, it was
You
8 mile, and you couldn't have got to that point.
couldn't have walked to
Um,
it.
you, no, because of the way the train was, the terrain, not train.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was all like valleys and creeks and like
Rocks and
hilltops, and yeah, there's not
yeah.
even a was it a professional mountaineer
Yeah.
hiker or whatever would have struggled to get there.
Yeah.
They couldn't have done it in the same time. It was so they could have done it in half the time. Like the oh, half the time it took them to get to him
Yeah.
to find him, but they couldn't have done it in the time that it took the kid to get there. And all he said is something like it was big and hairy.
Yeah.
And there's another one similar to that where he said it looked like a big cow, but with
Yeah.
teeth.
There's been loads
Yeah.
like that.
So I don't know. I do think everything's related. And since Earl was on last week when he was saying about um like these different, he said it's like the Star Wars canteen or whatever it was, where you got all these different races.
Yeah.
You got the praying mantis ones that do the piloting and all that, and the Wookiee ones that like scouts or whatever it was. He said. I
Yeah.
can't remember without watching it back. But yeah, that's so the Bigfoot ones are like the ones that go out scouting and checking around. So I do think that it's all related.
Yeah.
Um,
Richard's just said, Deb, think the granite boulders have something to do with it.
Mm.
I've heard of creatures disappearing into rocks.
well, look at that one with Tim. I mean, his
Yeah.
missus sat on that bench and the hand comes
The hand
out
came out of the
and
rock.
grabs
Yeah.
the leg
Yeah.
and then turn around and it's gone again.
Makes you wonder.
Well,
It's the same as going back to that kind of thing, the same as the stairs in the woods.
yes. Would you go up them?
No.
I
Not
would.
after what I've watched, no.
I'd go up. I'd just put my arm, I'd get to the top and put my arm through.
Yeah,
Just
but
see
when
what
you rolled
happens.
it back and your arm had gone, then
I'd
you'd be
jump
sorry,
in.
wouldn't you?
I'd jump in and get
Yeah.
it. Never,
No, I wouldn't.
never to be seen again. But I
There
think,
were,
yeah, so just going back to the missing 411, I do think that's all related to whether it's Bigfoot and UFOs. But I do believe that Bigfoot and UFOs are directly connected.
yeah.
There is some definite connection. I'm not talking like Wildman, where these people go off grid and go living out in the sticks
No.
and like living off the land and that. That's completely different. But these human style creatures, so whether it's fairies and gnomes and goblins or whatever, or whether it's Bigfoot or aliens or whatever, I do believe that it's all connected in some way.
Oh, I've just spotted something exciting. Sorry.
Okay.
I film UFOs. Monday afternoon, North York Moors National Park airspace was closed for American Air Force training. I think they were looking for something. UFOs have been reported in that area before. Somebody
Ooh.
else has mentioned that recently.
Yeah.
And Warren's saying, I think 411 are a blend of crypto and alien abductions plus people crossing the veil accidentally.
Yeah. Well, with that, I was just going to say, with that, if it's like aliens and Bigfoot and everything, then it makes sense that there'd be some kind of portal open or some sort of
Yeah,
Stargate. So if
yeah.
they're just walking about and the Stargate's open, you don't. Well, we don't know what a Stargate looks like, do we?
No, we don't.
Unless there's anyone in the chat that's been through one and they can tell us.
Probably have, but I never
If they're,
noticed.
if they're just walking, it just looks normal, and they go through it. Like you said, that kid was stood at the tree shouting at
Yeah,
everyone, but
yeah.
they couldn't see him.
Like he
So
was in another
obviously,
dimension.
he's on the other side of it. So could
Mm,
it be something similar to that? So
possibly.
you could just be walking and gone.
Yeah.
and you wouldn't know until the other side, and everything's different.
Yeah.
But then
Right.
you were saying about people that have come back.
Mm.
But was that had they gone through a portal or a Stargate or a wormhole or whatever?
I reckon they're the ones
Or
that go missing and never return. I think the
okay,
ones that are picked up and taken somewhere are the
uh,
ones that tend to find.
yeah, the ones that
That's
have been picked up by a creature of some
yeah,
sort.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's my
totally,
theory.
totally agree.
You see, the Manchester push is a strange one to me. I mean, a lot of it you can put down to like people being drunk and falling in, but then there's an awful lot of them that there's a lot of strange
Oh yeah. Well,
circumstances.
I used to go fishing on different canals around Manchester. Yeah, and then a few of my mates used to go because the one up in Northern Quarter,
Yeah,
top of Ancoats, and then they like stopped going there. It's like, oh, there's too much weird shit going on.
yeah,
Not going there again. And they'd go like in the afternoon. There'd be loads of people going about because you've got all the new apartments and that.
yeah. That's
Goes
right.
up
Yeah,
towards City's ground and what have you.
yeah,
It was like, no, I'm not going there again. So, and that I'm going back. I've been out of Manchester 14 years this year.
yeah.
So,
I think the one that worried me the most was the young lad that ran his parents. He was screaming and growling,
yeah.
making really weird noises down the phone.
And then they found his phone. Was it like 2 miles away from where
Yeah,
his last point of call was?
yeah.
Because did they not find his body?
No, I don't think he's ever been found.
And they had scuba divers in, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like checking the
And that's the
canal and
other
all that.
thing. All these people that have gone that have never been found, surely there must be somebody must be able to stumble across somebody's body.
Yeah.
The amount of people that have gone.
But it's like they find these like a rotted foot in a shoe.
Yeah, and say there's no
Like,
suspicious
no suspicion.
circumstances.
Oh, where's the rest of the body?
Okay then.
Oh, on there's a bloke walking down the street. He's only got one shoe on. It might be it.
Yeah,
Did you lose half your leg 2 years ago, mate?
just it doesn't make sense
No,
saying that, does it?
no. Obviously, they know something's going on, or they've been told not to question anything about it.
Yeah, something not right.
No, it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
It's intriguing though. It'd be good to get to the bottom of it. Oh, that's it. That's it, Lottie. Yeah, the one where a being looked like his grandma, but she had sparks coming from her head. They tried to make him poop on a piece of paper. Yeah,
What?
they tried to make him poo on a piece of paper. I don't know why, but yeah.
That was like my last job.
Okay. I don't
No,
know. I don't
I
know if I
think
want to go there.
I didn't even have a piece of paper.
Oh.
Sorry, I'd never heard that before.
See, it's usually me that lowers the tone, but there you go.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
take
yeah,
take
I'd
over
forgotten
the
about that, but yeah, that's true. Yeah, they were feeding him berries and things like that, and then desperately trying to get him to poo on this paper.
yeah. There's another one. I think it's on Bigfoot and Beyond, the podcast. There's a guy apparently he got picked up out of his tent inside his sleeping bag, got carried to this cave where there's in total there's 3 Sasquatch type things, and he was trying to basically he was a date for their daughter,
Right?
and he was trying to make him. Well, you can guess the rest.
Yeah,
And he managed to one had gone out hunting, and the other 2 were doing something else, and apparently he managed to escape, but
yeah,
they could feel him, like, chasing him and all that, running
ooh,
behind him, but he managed to get away. Yeah, but he said getting away the way where he was to how he got to the cave is like a massive cliff face. There's no
yeah,
way. He goes, "You don't even know how he got down into this creek
yeah.
because he went for miles and miles
Sheer
getting away from them."
determination, I would have thought.
I think it took something like 2 days for him to get back to where he was.
Yeah,
Yet he was there the next day, like,
that's weird.
within hours.
Mm. Yeah, Lottie's just saying John Vivanco, I presume that's how you pronounce it, remote viewed a 411 case and a missing person case, and he viewed it. It was the same being skulking in the woods.
Ooh.
Creepy.
Very strange.
Very, very creepy.
Yes. But I don't go out at night.
Yeah, I think it's safer that you stay in, to be fair.
Yeah. For them or me.
Well, both.
Yeah.
Kelly's saying, I got attacked on the Bridgewater Canal at Stretford by a lad with a medieval mace that Knights used. Jeez.
Well, that's near United's ground. That's another place they used to go fishing.
Right.
And you've got Trafford Park,
Yeah.
and it cuts through the back of all that. Medieval mace.
Yeah. Well, the mace is the
Yeah,
handles.
with the ball with the
Yeah.
spikes coming out of
Yeah.
it on his head.
That's a bit worrying.
Yeah. That is strange.
Now, that, Lottie, they used to say that when the coppers picked up drunks and the drunks were getting really leery, they used to pull a shoe off and throw it out the window. That's what I heard.
Oh,
That's
is it?
just, yeah, that's what accounted for all these single shoes laying in the side of the road.
Is that not like the other shoe to the person's foot that's fell
Oh,
off in the water? Well, I don't need one shoe, do I?
yeah. Oh, there's one from Shane. Look, 2008. I was chased by a big black cat while I was cycling through a Norfolk park at 2:30 a.m. Don't want to know why you were cycling through a Norfolk park at 2:30 a.m. Sure, Shane. Sorry,
What he
sure.
was.
But you were.
Yeah. Yeah, Kelly's put she was fishing.
Who was
So,
fishing?
Kelly. So was you at the
Oh,
back
right.
of Old Trafford where it used to be called Liverpool Warehouse? I don't know if it's still called that now. Sorry.
So I'm still scrolling down.
No, Umbra man.
Maybe Andy should stop going fishing, leaving all these phenomena all over the place. That's what it is. It drops out of his bag while he's wandering along.
Yeah, that's nothing weird happened to me while I was fishing, other than not catching fish. But
Well, yeah.
I never had any weird stuff going about. I'd always go during the day. Never went at night. Never went on my arm.
I wouldn't go anywhere near a canal at night.
No,
We got
Nick.
caught.
Yeah,
We got caught when Gaz's grandma was still alive. She had a little Westie called Oscar. And we decided one night we were going to go down to, well, late afternoon after tea, we were going to go down to canal.
yeah.
And we walked, the way that we walked, there was actually no path. It was just like a single little track in the grass next to the canal. And the
Yeah.
only reason that we managed not to fall in the canal was because we were watching Oscar. Because he were a Westie and he was white.
Yeah.
It dropped dark really quick and we'd gone
All right.
further than we thought we were going to go. And the only reason, like I said, we got out of there was because we were watching him and following exactly where he'd gone. Otherwise, we'd have probably fallen in canal about half a dozen times. Very strange.
Yeah. Oh, and Kelly's put she was near Kellogg's. I know where that is.
Right.
You're where Trafford Centre is.
Yeah.
So if you go in as though you're going in and drive
Yeah.
straight past it, you're going into Old Stratford.
Yeah.
Kellogg's is at the end of that road.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Now, on the other side of that, you've got Trafford General College. No,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a college there. So this was in the afternoon. That's weird.
That's just mad.
You'd have a mace in Stratford. A can of mace, yeah, but not.
Yeah. Not an actual medieval mace.
Yeah.
Some people scare me. They really do. I think we've more to be scared of with humans than we've got with anything else.
Definitely. 100%.
Anybody got any questions? Anything they want to talk about? Anything they want us to talk about?
I'll do the update quickly.
Do the
So,
update.
the Kinsella twins were supposed to be on Friday. I've now been in contact with them, and they are coming on. It's going to be the 25th of March because we're fully booked up between now and then anyway. So, it's next Friday that we've got. And then hopefully we're going to be out investigating on the 1st of April.
Yep.
Fingers crossed. All depending on surgery and what have you. And then the week before that, we've got a guy on called Stephen Myers. Myers. He's wrote the book on how the pyramids were built. So I've got him coming on. Who've we got coming on Friday, Deb?
So on Friday, it's Chris Meeker's Scottish Paranormal Podcast.
That was too good to be
Yeah,
written down.
it's only course. It's my birthday, so I know.
Right, sorry. Yeah, I was just going to click on that.
His dad came.
Who's his dad, King Arthur?
Yeah,
You
you're
know?
not supposed to take that out of the house. What else did they have in the house? Trebuchet.
Yeah. Come down on horseback.
Yeah.
That's funny, sorry.
It's still
Oh
scary
my
though. If you're
God.
going to get twatted on the head with it.
You're not supposed to take it out of the house. Sorry, out the castle.
Castle, yeah. How did you get out over the moat?
How old was the guy?
Yeah, I was wondering that. Maybe he wasn't well mentally.
Or he was living in a medieval dimension.
Possibly.
He didn't shout, "Oi, Lancelot, get in."
Yeah, I used to
Not
take my
like that.
dolls and stuff outside. I never used to take weapons.
Not medieval ones.
No.
Lad was about 18.
Oh, he'll have been
That's
sniffing
so
something
funny.
funny. What you needed to do, Kelly, was have something in your bag, something like equal, like a mace or something.
Like
Not a mace. What's the other
a
one?
Colt,
No.
crossbow.
Then that thing that
Yeah,
they used to swing round. What's
that's
that?
what it is. That's a mace.
Right. Well, what's the other one then?
Hammer.
No.
Another mace.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Have another mace in your bag, and you could have just like whipped it out and gone right, fight to the death.
Yeah.
Then knocked him into the canal.
Yeah. I'll get you jousting pole.
I thought maybe his dad did. Oh, that's a point. Yeah, medieval reenactments, possibly. Yeah.
Could have done. My cousin used to
Flail,
do
Joe. Thank you. It's a flail. What I'm talking about.
flail.
Yeah.
Don't even know what one is.
It's a stick with a chain in it.
Isn't that a mace?
I thought a mace was just like a thing that you held, like on a stick with a
I
ball on it.
thought a mace was a
Joe,
stick,
find out.
stick, chain, ball, spikes.
Yeah,
I always
something like that.
remember one of the Pink Panther movies where he's in the house and he puts the glove on and he's got his hand behind his back, the open fire, and it gets dead hot. And he's swinging it around, nearly killing everyone.
I've had to put my glasses on because my
Yeah.
eyesight's shocking, and I've just read that Lottie's put, and I thought she put earwax. Earwax in your handbag.
He was counting to 3 before hitting me with it. My back was to the canal.
Fantastic.
Maybe he's also been seen in Camelot in a Manchester City shirt. Carry a bag of cheap. Carry a bag of cheap lager. Most probably.
Yeah. Nunchucks, that's what you need to carry about with you.
Yeah. Mace was a stick, chain, ball, spike, but it was like a cannonball in size.
Yeah.
So it'd killed you, basically.
Can I just tell a little story about nunchucks that's not paranormal, but it's funny?
Yeah.
I worked with this bloke who really thought he thought he was top dog. Anyway, he lived in a block of flats, and in opposite where his balcony was, there was a girl in the flats opposite, and he had a bit of a thing for her, so he decided he was going to show off with his nunchucks. Yeah. So he goes out on the balcony, and he's swinging them round like you do, knocked himself out. And disappeared in an heap behind the balcony, and then had to crawl into the kitchen so she couldn't see him.
Jesus.
He actually admitted that at work.
Why would you tell anyone?
We were just peeing ourselves laughing because he was like that. He didn't get it.
All right.
He just thought it was hysterical. Yeah, cracked himself in the face and knocked himself out. Wow. Yeah, flail is a mace with chains on the end and the mace head attached. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Joe's put the medieval flails were used as an armour fighting weapons, developed from a steel ball and a wooden handle to an elaborately spiked steel war club. That's funny. It's not funny. It probably wasn't funny at the time.
No, it probably wasn't. I would have thought it was funny.
Reading that out loud, that's hilarious.
As soon as he went and backed up, I would have done it all.
He was counting to 3. One,
Two.
three.
Oh, dearie me.
What
There's some
did
very
you?
strange people out there.
What number did you get to before his dad come out? That's what I want to know. 2 and a bit. Oi, you
Yeah,
one
two and a
of
quarter, 2.5, 2 3/4. Come back in with that.
them.
Oh
Oh
dear.
God,
That's
sorry.
funny.
It is
We're
funny
not taking.
because we weren't there.
Yeah, we're not
I
taking the
think.
piss, Ellie. Honestly,
Yeah,
it does sound funny reading it out though. I don't know why I'd have done.
I'd have pushed him in the canal.
That's a good comment from Rich. Secret art of kung fu. Honestly, some of the tales he used to tell her were like, just wouldn't even come to work and tell anybody that. Why are you
No,
telling us that?
take him to the
Weird.
grave.
Yeah.
True story though.
Why were you drunk horse riding, Joe? I don't think I'd do horse riding sober, let alone, well, I would actually, but let alone drunk.
Right. Sorry, I was just reading what Callie put. Yeah, I won't get me on an horse sober. On
My
3,
friend,
as he counted, I was going to chin him. My friend had run up the lamppost as he saw him come out
that's a very supportive
behind me,
friend.
doing a bit of ran up the lamppost. Bit of parkour going on.
Yeah, there's all sorts going on here, isn't there?
Like, this story gets more bizarre.
That's weird, Lottie. In fact, I hate going on Armley Town Street. I'm not going now.
So,
No, there was
what's
somebody
up
running
with
around.
it, Marv?
There was somebody running around Bramley a few years ago with a sword in the shopping centre. The police chased him all the way through and then down, nearly knocked Gaz over.
Jesus.
He was coming out of the chemist and he ran past with this like machete thing.
Was a
Close to
new
all of my
new
security.
Highlander movie, was it?
No, not up here, no.
Oh, he
Lottie will
got
tell
to
you that.
he got to 2 before his dad shouted.
Yeah, shouting for his tea. Come in for your tea and bring that mace in with you.
Yeah, need so much to stir the soup.
Oh, God. No, to tenderise the steak.
Yeah,
My friend at
beside
the
the canal, and he
lamppost.
told me to hit the lad. Oh, and he told me to hit my friend up the lamppost. Jesus,
There's some, oh, no. No.
that'd have been a wicked day out. I think we should go fishing with Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah, let's all team up and go fishing and see what happens. Yeah,
Right.
that's a good one.
Yeah,
Umbraman.
sorry, I was just reading that.
Turn up to his house with a trebuchet and barrels of oil lit on fire, then give the crocodile Dundee speech. That's not a medieval weapon. This is a medieval weapon.
Yeah, with a giant catapult.
Yeah, trebuchet. That's what a giant
Oh, is that
catapult
what it
is.
is? Oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah. What she said.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to pronounce it, so I didn't.
No,
Right.
I do know
Yeah,
a little bit of French.
I thought it was Scottish.
No.
No, I'm messing. We went to
No.
that castle up near Loch Ness, and they had them
Oh,
there. They had
yeah.
replicas in the grounds, but I couldn't remember what they were called. I just thought they were
No.
called wooden catapults.
Yeah. Big wooden
Uh,
catapults.
Giant, like what, 20, 30 foot?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
I think they made them any size they could, so that the bigger the better, I suppose.
yeah, the further
Then
up,
you're not
weren't
going
it?
to get a lot of throw.
Yeah. Anyone? Any stories?
Yeah.
No, no
Anything you want us to
questions.
discuss?
Anyone got any stories?
Subjects.
Yeah.
I do
Anyone
like.
been anyone been attacked by anyone with the Black Plague? The Black Death, the Plague, bubonic plague. Um,
Like the one on the group boat chased by the monster. Which one's that?
Andy just invented the trebuchet.
Trebuchet.
Yeah, do you want fries with that?
Yeah. Was that like the McRibs they used to do?
Oh, what was it? What are them special ones? The festive burgers.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember. No, I didn't, Lottie. I missed that. I saw it.
Oh,
It came up on my Facebook tonight, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I must have slept through that one." But I've only got when I'm sat here, I've only got a small area to see stuff. So
you could go outside, you know.
I could, but there's people out
I was
there.
going to say, oh, do the neighbours still complain?
Yeah, send me back in. No.
Right. Once upon a time, what are your immediate plans for investigations? Well, Overstone Manor,
Which you found you can
one
get into now.
one that I found I couldn't get into. I've actually found that I can get into it from the opposite side. So we've already been for a walk around there anyway. So you go through this little village, turn off, go down this little lane. It takes you to the church. Church is quite interesting because they're like 200-year-old graves. So you go down, you park there, then it's about a 5-10 minute walk from there to the Overston. I think it's Overston Hall or Overston House. Can't remember. Anyway, one of them two. So yeah,
Ulverston Hall, wasn't it?
I think it's Hall
Yeah, it is Hall.
because you got Hall, Manor, House, and something else, and I was getting mixed up. So yeah, we can get to that. That's quite easy. I'm going to do that when it's lighter nights, just
Yeah,
because of the where you park to where you get into it is a bit of a. It's not the ground ain't that flat, put it that way.
right,
So it'd just be easy to go while it's daylight. Then we're going to go as Richard's in evening. Richard, Houghton House, over in near Ampthill.
right,
But see, I've had a couple of experiences there. That's if you look on the either TikTok or the website, there's a photo on there where me and Richard were doing an EVP session, and you can see an orange orb, like elongated, looks like a little tic tac actually,
right,
in the doorway. Now, Houghton House, there's no roof on it, there's no windows, there's no doors, but you can see where it's been. And there was, so you go down the bottom. It looks like what would be a garage now, but it's like
right.
oh, what's it called? Like where they grew the fruit and veg at the side of
Like a
the house.
market garden,
Yeah, but it looks
kitchen
like it.
garden.
Yeah, it looks like it was indoor.
Right,
So there was, from what I can work out, there's 4 floors to this house, and it overlooks all of Bedford. Now, not that far away, probably only a couple of miles. You've got Lockheed Martin,
right.
where they make the is it nuclear missiles?
Yep.
Yeah, so you got that not far from there. So I reckon on a clear night, because of what they do there could be quite a lot of UFO activity,
Yeah.
just
Quite
because of
probably.
what's going on next door. But one of the very first investigations that it was years ago. I'd only been living down here about 3 years. Some people that used to work with, they used to go out investigating, and they'd gone there one night, so I went with them, and we did like a little seance in that.
Yeah.
We actually, apparently, we contacted someone that used to work there, and from the questions that we asked, we worked out that she was poisoned by someone that worked there by
Right.
having bleach poured down her throat or
Ooh.
something equivalent. But as they started saying that, it was middle of winter, probably about this time of year, and it's like -4 outside. So I had about 20 layers on, gloves, scarf, everything, a big ski coat. Soon as he was talking, my throat started proper burning up. I
Yeah.
like pulling the scarf. I took my coat off and everything.
Yeah.
And as soon my mate Adam, he cut the chat because of what was going on. As soon as he cut the chat, within 2 seconds it stopped. So as quick as it started, it stopped
It's
straight away.
yeah.
It was wow, never had anything like that.
That's strange.
Yeah, it's scary though. So yeah, also I was just reading one off Sharon Lomax. I'll answer that in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was that. So we've got Horton House, Overston Hall. Gonna go back to St John the Baptist Church and
Yes.
Kingsford Cemetery. Even though I don't really want to do cemeteries, there's an old leather factory down the road from me. It's all closed off. the security there. I need to go down and ask them if we can go in and just do some filming.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't know
it's
if you
been
got
shut.
that.
It's been shut for years. So,
Yeah.
but then round the back of that, them photos that I sent you of that church,
Yeah.
with all the fields at the back, we're going to go and do that one night. That's in a
Yeah,
little
that
village called Billy.
looks good.
Um,
That's going
yeah.
to be well dark there, though.
No, because there's some houses at the back where you walk around the little path, but then as you go into the back of the cemetery, at the back of the church, you've got all open fields, and you can see
Right.
for miles there as well. So I'm hoping to do that on a clear night. Then we can do a bit of a sky watch as well.
Yeah.
Me, Warren Hardcastle, and Breaking the Clouds
Yes.
arranging to meet up to go to Dunstable at the side of Whipsnade Zoo to do
Yeah.
a sky watch. So we're going to be going doing that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, not too far away. That needs to be a clear night.
Yeah, it does.
Right at the top, so it's not too bad because you can see for miles. During the day, you can see for miles. And another place where me and Richard went to was St Mary's Church in Clophill.
Yes.
Now, this church was built the wrong way around.
Yeah.
So I don't know which way the altar is supposed to face. So if it's supposed to, if it's north, then this one's built it facing south. Or if it's east,
Right.
it's the opposite direction anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did one there. It's a crap signal up there though, so that's going to have to be a pre-record.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, because it was literally one bar, and I delivered to an house up there the other day, like on the track leading up to it, had no signal whatsoever. So there's no way I'm going to get a signal when I get to the church.
Yeah.
So that'll be a pre-record.
Yeah.
Stubble Downs, that'll be fine because I know it's a good signal there because you're right at the top. So actually called Ivinghoe Beacon, and it's like right at the side of Whipsnade Zoo.
Yeah.
We've got that. There's 2 houses that have got. One of them is where an orb was seen, and we make sure to set on fire, and then they put it out, and there's no smell of smoke. There's no marks or anything on his dressing gown, nothing whatsoever.
That's weird.
There's another one where there's a guy that used to live there. He took his own life. There's a guy called John. He's quite active. I just need to contact the person to go around and.
Because I just need to contact John and see if he'll talk to me.
There's a woman called Gemma. She's actually in the group. She won't mind me saying anything. It's someone that Becky works with.
Yeah.
So gonna just need to arrange with her when we can go up. So that's gonna be get set up and just sit there.
Yeah.
Take a few gadgets and what have you with us and see what's what. And then there was something else, but it's gone. Oh, I'm doing another podcast. Woo.
Yes.
On Tuesday for Mr. Craig Bryant on
You are
Paranormal Pendle.
Paranormal Pendle podcast.
Yes.
A bit of a gobful.
What I'll do as well, because obviously it was on there the other week, and people will probably want to know any updates on the piano.
Yes.
So I'll ask him that.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get some answers from that as well. Other than that, not really got anything. We've only got guests up until the end of March.
Yep.
Now we haven't got one on the 25th of this month. There's no live stream on the 25th of Feb.
That's my racing day.
Is it?
Yeah, 25th of Feb when I'm going racing.
Oh, I thought it was 25th of March.
Supercar racing.
Yeah.
May.
Oh,
Not May. Sorry, February.
It's Becky's birthday on the Saturday. So we're going out for a meal on the Friday. So sorry, guys, but a curry.
A week off.
Yeah, we've got 1 week off.
One for a curry, one for a supercar race.
Dad's off gallivanting on the middle of March, the 11th.
No, 11th of March. Second week in March.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry for not being precise. So there won't be one then. Unless you want me to do one on my own, which you don't really want to, so.
Yeah.
We won't bother with it. I don't even know why I said that. I just opened myself up then, didn't I?
There you go.
Yeah. So there's none the 25th or the 11th, but then we've got Jay Austen's coming on. So you got Chris Meek, Jay Austen. Sorry, I need to look at my calendar. Got Chris Meek, Tim Brennan, Neil Geddes-Ward,
Yes.
nothing. Jay Austen,
Yes.
nothing. Stephen Mears, and then
Myers.
Myers. No, it's only because I had a teacher at school and his name was spelt the same way.
Well, we've had Steve Mears on before.
That's Steve
Steve
Meara.
Mears. Yeah, we have, yeah. Anyway.
That's Meara.
Good night, everybody.
Anyway, completely different name, but doesn't matter.
I knew what I meant.
And then that's it. We haven't got anyone else booked in. So if you guys have any suggestions of people coming on, I've been in contact with a couple of people, a couple of famous ones. One has read it. The
As
other
have
two
I.
haven't. So
you don't know if you don't ask.
Exactly.
But I've asked and nobody's coming back, so
yeah. So we know. We do know, and we have asked.
we do know now.
Yeah. Should we take a break?
If you want.
Yeah, I need to stretch me back a bit.
You want a wee, don't you?
No, I'm just going to pour another vodka.
Okay.
Sorry, lemonade.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Right, get my mouse working and then it'll all be good. Right, we're going to have a quick 2-minute break.
2 minutes.
See you guys in a second. Boo.
Boo, we're back.
Hey. That's an easy one, that.
What is?
That question.
Is it?
Yeah. Alcatraz.
Ah. Who would you take with you, though?
Who? Dead or alive? Or does it have to be someone?
You're coming with me.
All right, Anna. Does it have to be someone I know?
No, I don't suppose so.
Anybody.
Anybody, I think. Go with anybody.
Jack Osborne.
Fair dues.
Yeah.
I think mine would actually be family jail in Leeds because it's like it looks like a castle. It's a really historic looking building.
Yeah.
But I couldn't. If I was going to be locked in a cell with somebody, it'd have to be somebody nice. Sean B. Oh, Jason Momoa.
No.
Shush.
Yeah, but what? Right. So I'm going to change this question then. It has to be someone that's into
All right.
paranormal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would I want to take? I think I'd take the Kinsella twins.
That's cheating. Maybe they don't want to go.
They will want to go.
Oh yeah, they will want to go.
I'll make them go. Yeah. Jason Momoa. What's wrong with
So I just
Jason?
reading what Umbra's wrote.
I know he's on his own now. He might need some company in a cell.
How Umbra's put Jack Osborne. You could have picked any escapologist in the world, but you went for Jack Osborne, Jason Momoa.
I'm
I
sure
just thought someone cool to chat with.
Yeah.
Because I thought Jack Osborne does a lot of this stuff. He used to do Haunted Highway, and he does one on Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
There's two other guys on it. I can't remember what it's called.
I liked
But
Haunted Highway, actually.
yeah, that was good. There's a couple of that Devon and Joe.
Yeah.
They were the ones that are Fact or Fake.
Right.
With that guy Ben, can't remember his surname, and
No.
Bill. Ben was an ex-FBI agent, and there's another woman on it as well. Can't remember her name.
Write that down, Andy.
What's that? Steve Ward.
Steve Ward.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I can.
Let's say you've got 100 post-it notes and no pen.
I haven't got 100 post-it notes.
Yeah, you see,
6.
when you pass Armley Jail, it's just, I don't know, there's something about it. It's really atmospheric. Even looking at the building, it's atmospheric.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
What's that?
Do you think all woods and forests have dogmen and or Bigfoot?
Right.
Not all.
Well,
The bigger,
this is
deeper
the
ones.
thing. This is the thing that I think to myself, and it sounds all right in the air, but now I'm going to share it with everyone. Please don't all start turning off.
We'll try not to.
You're not even looking.
I know. What am I doing now? I'm trying to comment.
Doing your nails by the looks of it.
No, I'm not. I'm commenting.
All right. So when obviously I'm driving about for work and that, and one sec. I'd be going past all these woods and fields and what have you, and then like, especially in the Fenlands, I don't know if anyone knows, it's a flat bit of the UK, so it's on East Anglia.
Yeah.
Its nickname's a wash, so if the sea comes in, that's where it's going to flood first. And it's flat, as far as you can see, flat. Other than the roads, the fields are more flatter than the roads, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And you've got the River Ouse, which is cut off into about 8 different rivers.
Mhm.
And you got all the canals and everything. So the roads are called like 40-mile bank or 6-mile bottom, stuff like that. And
Yeah.
the roads are called droves. So something drove.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nowhere else in the UK like it. But you'll see like these old barns and like old bushes and that round. I'm thinking that'd be the perfect place if there's a Bigfoot or a dogman to live or stay, sheltered. There's nobody about. There's no road leading up to it. There probably used to be a path. The only other way of getting onto it is like tractor and that.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of like sugar beet, spring onions,
Potatoes.
cabbages, cauliflowers. They're the 4 main things that I see when I'm driving around there. It might be more than that, but they're the only ones that I've actually seen. So, and you just go past and I think, Dogman could be living it. I could be driving past that now. It could be a family of dogmen sat there going, there's that bloke, that nice bloke in that white van.
Yeah. Let's chase him.
Let's scare the pants off him. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that all the time. I like when I said before, that cat thing that come out of the garden and then went straight back in and then there was nothing there. The Anubis type thing that I've seen in the woods. And these are just, to me, it's just a random place.
Yeah.
But when that was what I was going to say before, when someone said, do I think the woods are ancient? Technically, all woods are ancient.
Oh, because of the edge of the trees, isn't it?
Yeah, because and get like trees and bushes and all that was there well long before we came along and started changing it for farming and what have you. Obviously, there were plains and what have you, and vegetation and everything growing.
Yeah.
But I reckon a lot of it would be trees and plants. So I think most woods, especially forests, are ancient.
Yeah.
So that's
Well, it's
just
like where I had my
my take
sighting.
on it.
It's where I had my sighting. It's down in the, like a dip, but there's sort of trees that line the banks on the way down, and then there's a woodland that they use for scrambling.
Yeah,
It's all the bits between the trees are all muddy and what have you, where they've scrambled the bikes, and but it's quite deep and it's quite dense down at the bottom. I've never actually been
yeah.
down 'cause it's far too steep. I don't even know how they do it on motorbikes, but it's far too steep.
Go down.
But something could, yeah, all right.
Take your Batman grappling hook to get back out.
Oh, that's his web, isn't it?
And that's
Anyway,
Spider-Man, different book. But anyway,
yeah. Well, it's late at night. I haven't had a nana nap. Um,
you've
yeah,
gone.
it's down. When you get down to the bottom, it's where the railway line and like the river and the canal
Yeah,
are. So there's loads of area there that would not be seen because it's all fields and stables, and so they could quite easily traverse up and down there without being seen at all.
okay.
And where at the time I had my sighting, there was a massive chemical plant called Sandoz, which did tablets, medications, and stuff.
Oh, what
That
medicine did they make? Do you know?
was, can't remember now. I did know at one point, but I can't remember now.
Because that might have something to do with why there was a sighting.
Yeah, you see, I wondered if it was anything to do with her, but I'm just not sure. It was a theory at the time, a theory of mine at the time, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I have
could
no
be.
idea. It's gone now.
Could
It's
be.
an housing estate.
Mm. Anyone else got any questions?
Throw some good questions at us before we go.
Medieval stories?
I've been swung at the side of a canal.
Yeah. Any Stone Age stories?
Sorry, my bum's gone numb. Oh, there's one from Joe. I do believe Nessie exists. I think
I
she
do.
uses the cave systems under the water to
Yeah. There's
travel about.
underwater caverns that go through into the North Sea,
They go through everywhere.
the Irish Sea. Because don't forget, Loch Ness is 26 miles long,
Mm,
and at some points it's like, is it 2.5 miles
two and a
wide?
half miles, yeah, wide, yeah.
So, and I've driven from one end of that to the other,
So have I.
and it's like looking at the sea. It's got waves. Sounds
I
stupid.
I couldn't believe that we weren't going to get to the end of it, and it was not up. It was going to open out into the sea. I was
No, it just
convinced.
goes.
Yeah, it just
Up
goes
and,
back in again. You're like, what?
yeah.
But yeah, I do believe Nessie exists.
Yeah, I do. Do you think? I don't think they have to.
No, I don't either. I think they're well protected,
Yeah,
covered in fur and whatever, and probably quite thick skin as well. I would have thought.
but these nests that are being found all over the place, they people have said they've gone in them, and it's been like minus whatever, like the
Yeah,
ones over in America, and they've gone in. You don't even feel the cold.
no, no. I think
So
they've got places to keep warm and hide, and
yeah, definitely. Yeah. But if you think how thick their fur is, and then the skin, we don't know what the skin's like. It could be thick like
yeah,
a rhino or
yeah,
elephant, or it could be thin like ours. What is it? We've got 7 layers of skin, 7
something like
layers.
that. Yeah, dermis,
Yeah,
epidermis, and all that sort of
yeah.
stuff.
So, um, yeah. So I don't know.
Do you think the sightings on other places are linked or same as Nessie? I think they're different.
Well,
In
you've
different
got
countries, they've got their own.
yeah, you've got the one up in British Columbia. My mum's cousin lives over there, and you've got begins with Opagoma or something. I
Got what?
can't.
Pagoba or something.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she goes kayaking on that lake.
Right.
but I don't think she's ever seen it. She's always putting photos on Facebook of bears and wolves and all that they've got up there. So it could be anything, couldn't there?
Yeah. Now, views on the moon. Do you mean the moon as it stands, or have we ever been to the moon? Because I know we haven't been to the moon, but
See, that's the thing. See, when Earl was on last week, he was adamant that we've been to the moon. I
yeah,
really don't think we have.
I didn't want to disagree with him because he was a
No.
guest.
Yeah,
But no,
I
there's
don't think we've been.
too much evidence against us going to the moon. If we've got the technology these days that we've got,
Yeah.
and we could never go back after 1969, why is that?
But this is another thing I don't get. They've lost the knowledge. Right, I'm not being funny, but there's enough people in there to remember how to get to the moon.
Yeah.
How do you build a circuit board? Oh, I don't know, I forgot. Well, you built one last week.
They destroyed all the plans for the rocket and everything.
I've had custard cream since then, and I can't remember anything.
Yeah.
What? It may as well be that.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't think we've been. Like I said, the Van Halen, is it Van Halen? The radiation belt.
Van Allen radiation
It's
belt.
named after the is it a German guy that discovered it? Or is
Yeah.
it German brothers or whatever?
Yeah.
I know it's named after them. The shortest distance is 25 miles, but the thickest part of it is something like 400 miles deep.
Yeah.
You've got to get through that.
And there's rings of them as well. It's not just
Yeah.
like the one. The deepest one is 400 miles.
Yeah, but it's like I was saying, as on another podcast, like when the astronauts are training, one of them was saying when they're having the radiation training, they're only in this radiation pocket, like simulated in like, not a studio, but training unit, whatever you want to call it. They're only in there for a few seconds. Even with their eyes shut, they can see sparks between the eye and the inside of their eyelid.
Yeah.
Imagine even 25 miles, even if it took you a minute to get through it,
Yeah.
you'd be frazzled. I don't care what anyone says.
And like I said to you, I've just been reading, well, I am still reading John Hamer's book, Falsification of Science.
Yeah.
And the book before that was Falsification of History, and in that it says about what were we on about then? Van Allen belt. Even pilots flying at 35,000 feet have to be checked for radiation because they're quite close. That's as close as they can get, but they still have to be checked for radiation because they can suffer from radiation poisoning. So, all very strange.
Right, can I just backtrack on that a little bit about the moon?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've flown to the moon. I think we may have been to the moon, but not traveling through sky or
conventionally in a rocket.
Yeah, we might have done it through a portal of some sort, or Stargate, whatever you.
Wormhole, Stargate.
Yeah, we may have got there that way because I'm just like Ancient Ruby's put about Mars. Yeah, I do believe we've been to Mars, or there was life on Mars, whether it's before we were before civilization on Earth.
Yeah,
because there's loads of stuff out at the moment saying that originally humans are from Mars.
Yeah. Well, the word Martian's been around for years, hasn't it? I mean,
that's just reminded me. I was speaking to someone the other week from America, and he was saying that he's had communication with these things. I won't go into it. I'm not going to give any names or give anything away. But he's been told by these energy orbs that Bigfoot are Martians. Now, to classify a Martian, technically, is something that comes from the planet Mars.
Yeah.
So, that, to me, that did give me something to think about. It wasn't, oh, what you're talking about, you're a nutter. So, we don't know what they are, where they're from, so anything's possible.
Yeah, of course it
is.
So
what's the chance of him being right and Bigfoot or Sasquatch or whatever you want to call it is from Mars, and they do come down back with UFOs or portals or whatever, and this is why we can never find them afterwards.
Yeah,
because we just don't know. Yeah, they're just coming down to have a look round.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just got to throw that one in quick. But
Kelly wants to know what we think about time slips and of the odd and out of body experience. No, but I've astral travelled once, halfway through a dream. So I
No,
suppose that is a bit of an out of body experience.
I think I had an out of body experience once. I remember I was a kid, I was lying on the sofa, but I might have been dreaming.
Yeah,
But I was lying on the sofa, and then I remember being upstairs. So you go in the front door, turn right, go up the stairs, come back in yourself on the landing. The bedrooms were on the right,
yeah,
bathroom at the end, toilet on the left. And that was it. And I remember coming out of my bedroom, bearing in mind I'm asleep on the sofa,
yeah.
being at the top of the stairs and then floating down the stairs, going through the door from the hallway into the living room that was shut, and then I'm waking up and I'm inside my body. But it felt so real.
You see, I would have said that was a dream.
It felt real. It felt because I could feel the air and everything going past
Yeah,
me as I'm coming down. I wasn't falling. I was just like gliding down,
yeah. Controlled.
smooth. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, I
So no
wouldn't have said
idea
that
what
was
that
a
was
dream.
about. Do you reckon?
No, I don't think it was a dream, that.
Reckon I was about 9, 8, 9.
Do you know what I
Nope.
think happened there?
Go on.
You were asleep on the sofa, and you know, like when you were a kid and you desperately wanted to go to bed, but you couldn't move off the sofa or the floor,
No,
wherever you
no,
fall
this was in the
asleep.
afternoon. This is in the, like, Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, but if you're so tired and you start thinking about your bed and what have you,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
you'd left your body and gone
Could have done.
upstairs and then realised you weren't in the bedroom and you'd come back down again.
Yeah, possibly. Didn't think of that. That's
I
why I've
don't
never
really.
mentioned it before because it just seems
No,
that's
I
the
don't think.
nearest that's the nearest thing I've got to anything
I
like
don't think
that.
that was a dream.
Right.
Time slips. Not really sure about. I think there's got to be some sort of portal that you step through.
Yeah.
There's that
But the
place in
thing,
Liverpool, isn't there?
this is the thing. Now, time doesn't exist. It's a man-made thing to
Mhm.
for recording events. I know that. But so a time slip is that cross dimension,
Yeah,
or is it? Don't know. So is a time slip you're going into a different dimension, still as yourself? Do you get what I mean? So you go,
yeah,
sorry, you're crossing dimensions, and then you're going back to a different period of that
yeah,
part of the area that you're in at the time, and then quickly it's jumping back, like the Mandela effect.
yeah.
Is it something
But
like that?
you don't have to actually walk into one, do you? It can just sort of
No.
happen round you,
No.
like it's like
Or,
almost like an overlay. That
or could it be
me,
a bigger version of deja vu?
possibly. Never thought about that.
They're all very similar, all that type of stuff.
Yeah. Lottie, question: have you heard of the place Fanny Pit near Tempsey Way? No.
I thought it was a nightclub in Bolton.
Do you yeah, Fanny Pit? Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah,
Right, Joe's asked me a question. Flat Earth, Debs, what is it?
it's the Earth and it's flat. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we've answered that question without even moving my lips. It's a
Come on.
theory that the Earth is not a globe and it's flat,
Yeah,
and that there's a wall of ice around it. You see, the flat Earth theory makes a lot of sense to me
like Game of Thrones.
because I was saying this to Andy the other day. Gravity is supposed to keep us to the floor. That's why when we land, we stay on the floor. But if you bounce a tennis ball, it'll land and hit the floor. If you let a feather go or a butterfly or a bird, it'll fly off. What's not why? Why are they not being pulled down to the ground if gravity is so strong?
But did you
And
also, sorry, just on
can
the
I just
gravity
finish?
thing?
Can I just finish?
Yeah, sorry, but I'll forget.
And no, I'll remind you.
Mm.
And we're supposed to be spinning at 1,000 miles an hour in space at a weird angle. And if you went up in an helicopter and sat there, you'd still be above where you'd set off from. Where in theory, if it's spinning that fast, you would end up somewhere else.
Yeah,
And the bloke that skydived out of the thingy from space
Red
landed,
Bull.
yeah, get Bumgartner or whatever his name was, Baumgartner.
Yeah,
He landed in a small area, whereas in fact they'd planned where he was going to land, and he actually landed where they planned he was going to land. Well, how did they do that when he'd come from space and then fallen to Earth? The Earth should have shifted around, and he should have been in another country or in the middle of the sea.
Yeah.
Doesn't make
Exactly.
sense.
And gravity has never been proven that it's an actual thing. Apparently,
No.
gravity is just a
Theory.
theory because there is no proof that it's something being pulled or pushed.
Yeah.
It's just where it's same again with science. They haven't got any other explanation for it, so they're sticking with it's gravity.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like you said, if you drop something, why is it not moving?
Yeah.
I know if you jump from a moving vehicle to another moving vehicle, you'll when you jump, you're traveling at that speed because you've jumped whilst moving that speed. I know
Yeah.
that, but
But it doesn't make sense that if gravity's supposed to be so strong and it's keeping us and the water in the oceans and everything all
yeah.
pinned to a globe.
So
There's loads of,
that's another thing. If it's keeping all this water in the oceans and these massive pits where 2/3 of the world is covered by water,
yep,
then surely we'd be walking around like a sloth because we won't be able to stand up because the gravity's that
exactly.
strong. How is it holding so much stuff down
It doesn't
and
make sense.
all the grains of sand? How can gravity hold such high,
Hmm.
massive weight?
Yeah, just don't make sense. And then
No.
obviously that throws into question the flat Earth thing.
Well, there's another thing in the Bible as well about with it being flat Earth. It says, it's in one of the Beatles songs as well. Above, oh no, it's not. That's a different song. But I always think of that when I'm saying it. Above us
Please
on
don't
the
sing
sky. So, below us water, above us water above us as it is below.
Right.
So this is that dome thing as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know, but that's the
The
theory
fe-
that there's a
fe-
dome over
fe- 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 Someone tell me it begins with F.
ephemeral. Ephemera?
No, it just begins with F. I don't know. But they reckon there's that dome, and they sent rockets up made by humans, and then they've just stopped, and they won't go up any further. They've had a GoPro on them. I don't
Right.
know how genuine these videos are, but
Mm.
as well, this is one thing that has always questioned me with flat Earth. Right, we're
Mm.
told by the government that we live on a sphere. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. None of us have gone up into space and
High
look down
enough.
to see what we're actually living on.
None of
We're
us that
told,
none of us that can't afford to go.
yeah, we're told it's a ball.
Mm.
Yeah, we have to take their word on it.
Yep.
They'll even tell you that when they're doing Google Earth and all that,
Fish Islands is
when they're doing the photos, a lot of the clouds, it's copy and paste on a lot of it,
yeah,
and apparently the Earth isn't even round; it's more pear shaped. It's just
apparently.
below in the southern hemisphere. It like goes out a little bit and then comes
Yeah.
back in. But how do we know that they're telling us the truth?
Well, we don't,
Like,
do we?
like when you taught about like history in school,
Mm.
what went on in all the wars and dinosaurs and all that. You only know what you're being told. Now, how
Yep.
do you know that these teachers have not been conditioned? I suppose you have in a way.
Oh,
That
yeah, because they're the same as
you
us.
can only because the teachers and the schools are given curriculums of what they can teach, and they're not allowed to go out of that boundary. They
Yeah.
have to teach whatever's on that.
Yeah.
So, who runs these curriculums? The government.
Mm. Exactly.
And who controls everything we do? The government. So,
Government.
therefore, my theory is we're only told what they want us to believe.
Yeah.
So, it could be flat. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't. I don't know. I've never been out. Never been
Pogo
out the
pogo.
Earth's atmosphere. Pogo Pogo.
Pogo pogo.
That's the one.
Apparently it's an old pit.
Was
It's
it?
Fanny what's it? Fanny pit.
Nice. Yeah, like I said, Bolton. Hang out in Bolton.
I film UFOs. Have you guys seen anything about Jetpack Man, aka Balloon Man, pilots have reported seeing at 5,000 feet over Los
Yes,
Angeles.
I've heard about the jetpack man.
I've heard of jetpack man, but I haven't heard of balloon man.
No. But there's another one that's supposed to be like a witch. I think this was in
No.
Mexico.
Yeah,
One in
same
Mexico
that.
and one in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's loads of these flying humanoid like cryptids.
Yeah.
But Lon, when we had Lon on, he was talking about them, the unseen ones. So could that be a similar thing? Could that be connected?
Possibly. Quite
So
possibly.
I reckon it could be. Yeah, yeah. So just put no real proof is science. Science is what they give for when
Yeah.
they don't have an actual answer.
Yeah.
So someone asked me a bit ago, was anti-science? Not really, because some of it makes sense. I'd say 5%, but the rest of it, they just make it up because Hollow Earth. Sorry, just seen that
Yes.
one. Believe in Hollow Earth. Whether it's flat or round, that makes no difference.
No.
Because where are all these things coming from? I don't believe that everything is coming from all different planets or all different dimensions. There has to be something living underground. Well, they don't have to be, but it'd make more sense. Why have we got all these cave systems?
Yeah.
And when you go down, you find all these skeletons of all different weird creatures, giant humans, and everything else in between.
Yeah.
Which brings me on to the giant question. Excuse me. I believe they did exist. I
Yeah.
believe there are still some out there, like that red-headed one in
Kandahar.
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
But I just think there's not that many now because we're building on every bit of land that we can. I know
Yeah.
there's billions of miles of area on Earth that you can't even get to by person. Sorry, just give me one. Yeah, I don't believe. I believe there's places where we can't get to, where they could exist, where anything could exist.
Yeah.
But if you have where they've got all these cave systems that go down tens of miles, hundreds of miles into the earth, how do we know that there's something or nothing there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But you've got, is it CERN, the one in Switzerland, where it's
Yeah.
17 miles. It's underground. It's 17 miles across.
Yep.
See, why are they underground? How far underground does it go? How far underground does it go?
Yeah.
And what is it there for?
Exactly.
Sorry, I'm just checking the time. So, yeah, but I do believe there were giants.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
do.
know.
I mean, they're finding giant skeletons now, aren't they? And
Oh yeah.
I know there's some what is it about controversy about them making dinosaur bones in China or whatever in these factories.
Yeah.
Are the giants the same? Are they trying to? I don't know. I don't know.
No.
I don't
I
think we just don't know. All we can do is ponder and give our own
our own views and beliefs
opinions.
and
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's what all most theories are, just people's opinions, what they
Yeah.
believe is real and what isn't. Yeah, it's like everyone's entitled to their own opinion. You believe one thing, I believe something different.
Yeah,
No
but I
one's to
won't say
say,
you're wrong and you won't say I'm wrong or
yeah,
right.
well, that's it. No one's to say either of us are wrong or either of us are right because we
Yeah.
don't know.
No.
Until we have that evidence, and we're not going to know.
We can only speculate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's like these heads on Easter Island. I forgot what they call them.
Oh yeah.
They're getting these. They're finding them all over the place now. And
Yeah.
I was watching a documentary on it the other day.
There is a
And
name for him, but I've forgotten what it is.
say again.
There is a name for him, but I've forgotten what it
Yeah.
is.
But they're saying about there's all different ones, and they reckon that each one was made for each person that was living there at the time or something.
Yes, I've heard that. Yeah,
Because they're all there's built in different. There's like a couple of 100 years between some of them. Or
yeah.
there's some that are like built within years of each other.
It's like they've been finding the big stone spheres as well, haven't they? Like in the middle of jungles,
Oh
perfect
yeah,
round
yeah,
spheres, all different sizes, and
like 30-foot
makes you wonder what
diameter and
that's
all that.
about. Moya, mate, I can't see now. I've got my glasses on. Moya, Moya,
Moya,
Moya.
Moya,
Yeah,
Moya.
I
Don't
knew they
know.
did have a name. Mm,
Sorry, I'm just reading a couple of the
yeah,
comments. Got to keep
yeah.
up with everything. Yeah. So yeah, that's
Well, I think that's just about it for tonight.
it is. Because I'm up at 5:30.
You are? I'm not.
Swap
I'm
it
going to
out.
have to be up and dressed though, in case I get any news about the vehicle
Oh yeah.
that's currently residing in the garage.
Yeah, sorry, I just think blue shift wrote the globe is spinning at
Yeah,
1700 miles an hour.
yeah,
So when we move, why don't we move with it? So,
yeah.
and because if gravity was pushing us down or pulling us, right, I'm just trying to work it out in my head. You'd still move. You'd still move a couple of
You'd
feet.
move with it.
No, because gravity won't move with the Earth, will it? Gravity will stay there while the Earth's spinning round. Or will gravity and Earth move together?
I would have thought that gravity and Earth would have moved together, so then you'd be stuck to the planet as it was moving.
Yeah,
But
so that might be why when you jump,
you see, it
yeah.
doesn't make any sense, does it?
Either way, it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
No,
Good luck with that, Rue, because I took mine in yesterday and I haven't got it back yet.
no,
And I'm
mine's
hoping it's the
outside.
bearings.
I'm waiting for a mobile mechanic. Oh,
I'm not really sure what I think of levitation, to be honest. I don't know whether we can
I,
do that or not. I've
I
seen
think
loads
we
of
can.
things.
I think it's just knowing how to do it.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, everything's made up of energy.
Yeah, it is, yeah. And enough energy
So
can move things.
if you
Kinetic
can
energy.
break down the molecules that make up that thing, then
Mm.
well, not so much breaking down, but then you can move them. It's like transmitting. So I'm here now, but you can all see me on the screen.
Yeah.
There's
Sadly.
something collecting this, sending it wherever. I don't know where everyone's watching it from, and then you're seeing it
Yeah.
like a couple of second delay.
Mm.
So it is possible, I reckon.
Yeah.
So, all right. Sorry for any questions that we didn't get round to doing. Sorry, just give me one sec.
Yeah, we were only supposed to be on 9:30, but we've gone over as usual. No,
We're
I know
finishing
sound.
now, anyway. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. We're finishing now, anyway, aren't we?
Yeah. We are.
So, yes, it's been a good one tonight. I like these
Yeah.
ones, but it's just
Yeah.
random and yeah, really
I like
enjoyed it.
random.
It is good.
With a bit of humour thrown in.
Yeah, yeah, and a bit of medieval torture at the beginning.
Yeah. And fanny pits. What more could you ask for?
Especially on a Wednesday night in the middle of winter.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
Thank
you
you
for
all
everyone.
for joining us.
Yes, really do appreciate
And thank
it.
you all for the questions.
And don't forget, we're here on Friday with
Yes. Chris Meek on Friday of Scottish Paranormal Podcast.
that's the one.
That's
And
him.
quickly, thank you to Joe for the modding.
Yes, thank you very much, Joe.
Yeah, and everyone for joining us in the middle of the week.
Yes.
So
We hope
stay
we brightened
safe.
your Wednesday up.
Yeah, yeah. I think we should throw a few more Wednesdays in, not just one a
Yes.
month. Just throw them in
And
the
we'll,
mix every now and again.
and we'll see you all on Friday.
Yes. What
Don't
time?
be late. Friday at 8.
Yes, it is. So have a great rest of the week and see you in 48 hours. Literally.
Yeah, we will.
Right. So take care and see you then. Good
Night, everyone.